GoToWhitney.com.
Hi, everybody. We are here at the Golden Nugget Atlantic City with Joe Marcellino, and you just took part in TIlman Fertitta's show, Billion Dollar Buyer. We all saw you on TV. We saw your journey. Tell us about the bags that you're offering here at Golden Nugget.
All right, so the bags are, it's new for us, making a women's collection. It was brought about through the show, through the month-long or so show and all the feedback we were getting from TIlman and his people. And what you see, that new collection, is that all those bags.
So this is a new thing for you to do female bags?
Yes, absolutely. I built my reputation making briefcases, classic flap-over briefcases. And it's funny, the day I met TIlman, that day, I thought, being on the show, I was going to make a briefcase for him to sell in his stores. He was like, all right, I don't sell many men's bags. I want women's bags. I want you to make me a women's bag.
Wow.
I never made a women's bag. You know, I need some time to think about it, a process. So and it took on from there.
Wow. So what are the differences between the male and the female bags that you have to do as the craftsman?
It wasn't only making a woman's bag, it was making a woman's bag at a price point I normally don't make at. So that was really honestly the challenge. I make bags, professional bags for women throughout the years, but it's usually $1,000, $2,000. I put all my artistic effort into it. So the challenge was to bring it, keep the high quality, and bring the price down. So that's.
So when you say high quality, because everything obviously is genuine leather, how does that compare to some of the name brands out there?
Depending on the name brand. It's also depending on where it's made, how their quality control, how they actually design the bag. So it varies.
It varies, okay. But your leather is, can you tell us about the leather, the type of leather that it is?
I normally use vegetable tan leather for my briefcases, specifically English bridal leather, it's just another form. So that's what I'm accustomed to building, in that vegetable tan leather, just because I hand stitch it. It's all handmade, hand cut. I can control it better. But for this new collection, I'm using Italian cow leather that is really fine with an alligator emboss on it. I also do some vegetable tan leather as well.
So what was going through your mind when you were asked to be on the show?
We were asked to be on the show from the casting. We weren't sure because they said, you want to be on a new show, $1 Billion Buyer. I had no frame of reference what it was. It could be some wacky thing, and I didn't want to be wacky. I have a brand integrity to uphold. So we were taking a chance on that. They told us TIlman was involved. I read about him. He's a businessman that I want to be, part of whatever he's a part of. So that gave it some credibility, and also that it was going to be on CNBC. That also gave it credibility. So we talked to the producers, and we did it.
So what was your first impression of TIlman when you met him?
He's a restaurant guy, and my background is a restaurant. I grew up in the restaurant industry. My family owned restaurants. I know him. That's my impression. He speaks like me. He jokes like me. The limited time that I had with him. So he's a regular restaurant guy. He knows what happens in restaurants just like I know. So it was, yeah.
So how does it feel now to be in New York? Now you're in New Jersey, in a casino, to have your products in here. Where else can people find your products?
Right now, it's just at the Golden Nugget hotels. Hopefully, we're going to start opening up other retail locations, or they could go online to marcellinonewyork.com.
And speaking of that, you have a brand new website, right?
Yeah.
How cool is that? That was amazing. That transformation was really cool. What were some of the features that you love most about the new website?
The logo. They refreshed the logo and some of the marketing. I thought they definitely brought that new logo to look like what we should have. So definitely.
Wow, I think it's really cool. I'm glad that you're here in Atlantic City. The journey of being on a reality show can be a little bit crazy. Was there any part where you were like, I don't want to do this anymore? Was there any time where you thought that, or were you like, this is awesome, I want to keep going?
Oh, there were definitely. When TIlman came to the house, he gave us a challenge to design 4 new samples in 2 days and bring them here. And just think of design samples, and I normally have not done that. I stood up. I think I slept 2 hours each night designing. I wanted to make them perfect for him. It's my big opportunity with him. I wanted to impress him. So that, at some point during that, we're like, is it worth it? You know, do we want to do this? So.
But then to make thousands of them, are you making them yourself or do you have a team of people?
I have a factory in New York City making them. I'm on top of it from beginning to end. Great relationship with them. Right now, they're all coming through me, so I'm quality controlling everything. And you know, it's my responsibility on everything.
Are people coming up to you in the street like, hey, I just saw you, I'm Billion Dollar Buyer?
Yeah, the limited time that I'm on the street, definitely a lot of emails, definitely here at the hotel, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, and moving forward, what can we expect in your future? I know you said you want to open more stores, but what else can we expect?
Yes. We're going to mature the women's collection, absolutely do that. We're looking to open up our first flagship store in Soho. That I think would be very important to us. And build relationships, wholesale relationships.
All right, good. Well, thank you so much. You just heard from Joe. He was a recipient of all kinds of great things from Billion Dollar Buyer. TIlman Fertitta just knows what he wants. He knows what's good. We're here at Golden Nugget in Atlantic City. You can get Joe's collection exclusively here. It's amazing. And today he brought some extra pieces that we can also find on his brand new website, thanks to TIlman and the team there. So you have to come to Golden Nugget Atlantic City, check out Joe's products, and you're going to enjoy them. Thank you for watching.
We did 4 styles for this collection. The mini brief was one. Then we did this shoulder bag. It's a wide body, and the strap wraps around. So this shoulder bag can be worn on the shoulder, and it can go tight and be held as a handbag, which is cool. So in the same vein, we did this saddle bag, which is longer strap, and it can be worn as a crossbody, but it also wraps around another style that I have. It's not here. It also wraps around that could be made as a shoulder bag if needed. And then we have a tote that's somewhere that everyone's looking in the back somewhere. Where's that tote? Oh, you sold it. He just sold the tote.
He sold the tote.
If you could see it, it's right here.
Yeah, you can't take it back.
That's a great tote.
That's hers. You can't take it back.
So one of my favorites, and also my wife's favorite, is that tote. It's a structured tote. It's got the pocket on the front. It's made out of this great vegetable tan leather. It's really soft. Patina is great. Just like these bags right here. My main inspiration is from the original craftsman, the Louis Vuitton, who was a trunk maker in the 19th century, and Hermes, the saddle maker. Not necessarily the businesses that are today, the original craftsman. I went back, old school, that not only my design ideas on how to make the bags, because they're different. You know, I make them by hand. I hand stitch them, as opposed to designing for a machine, designing for the sewing machine, or even worse, designing for the way the factory can build. I've made my bags up until now artistically. I make them the best they can be to last for a long time. My wife's been in the fashion business for 25 years. She's a designer. She's been making swimsuits. She's worked with all the main designers. It's really from her I got into this. You know, I wanted to create art. She does fashion, and those things too mixed. And of course, the business. You know, I've been a businessman. I grew up in business, and I think I brought the business into it aspect. I like to work with English bridal leather. There's maybe a handful of vegetable tanneries in the world that makes English bridal. This comes from England. There's two tanneries in America left, and maybe 2 in England, 2 or 3 in England. This comes from there. It's beautiful leather. It's traditional. It's hand stitched. I use my own design. It's a quick release lock on it. Some of them you'll see on the show. This was the actual bag that TIlman held at the show. This evolved into this. So yeah, when I first, the 2 days that I was tasked to build a bag, I was limited in the stuff that I had in my workshop. So I had this lambskin, and I made this bag with that. After a few weeks of tweaking the design, we came up with something more structured, something we lined it inside with suede, and it came up with this final design. So from that to that. Thank you for coming down today. This is our collection. Come and check me out on my website, marcellino.ny.com. Shoot me an email. I always respond real quick. I have my collection at the Golden Nugget in Atlantic City and Las Vegas and Lake Charles, and hopefully other places soon. Thank you.